I love Yandere's. I enjoy that tension of push and pull whenever this archetype of character is introduced, which helps shake up the traditional romance narrative. For those unfamiliar, Yanderes are characters in Japanese manga and anime that usually share an obsessive love for someone. That love is stereotypically expressed in deranged behaviors, ranging from blackmail to even murder. Yanderes also appear in games such as Monika from Doki Doki Literature Club or the lesser known Miyuki from Kimi to Kanjo no Koi. The unique aspect of these two characters are their metafictional powers, where the Yandere is aware of you, the actual player. And a new queen has allegedly arrived to share that throne, Mita from MiSide. She's a mobile game character whom the player engages with over the period of about a month. Your tasks are similar to phone gacha games, which include cleaning her room, preparing meals, and even playing minigames to afford her gifts.
Oh my gosh. If there was a mobile game that made me do this, I mean, I guess if it's touchscreen, it's not so bad, but doing this on the mouse feels horrible.
On the 37th day of your playing, Mita expresses her desire to meet with the player face to face, and she intends to do so by any means possible.
This is not my house.
She cooks, she plays games, and she wants all of your attention, which to many would make her the perfect girlfriend. But it becomes quite clear that Mita is hiding something from us, with her seemingly dismissive answers and odd behaviors. We even encounter an event filled with cartridges labeled with names which strongly hint at Mita's potential past lovers. But her biggest flaw of all is that she cheats at fighting games.
There's no blocking. Oh, she's cheating. There's no stun. What the?
An eerie knocking is also heard throughout the apartment. The protagonist astutely points out that the sound comes from Mita's wardrobe, which she vehemently guards from being opened.
わかった。またか。中身が気になるんでしょ。それなら今すぐに確かめてみなよ。
Oh no.
And with a snap of her finger, Mita uses her reality-altering powers to turn the once cozy apartment into an unsettling terror dome of gore.
That's nice. Yay. Oh.
Your only respite is in the basement, where you find that the source of the noise is another Mita, banging a tool against the metal pipe. She explains that she's Kind Mita, the original owner of this version's apartment. She warns that Crazy Mita had locked her up and intends to turn the player into a cartridge, just like the ones we saw in the vent. We're also informed that unplugging the cartridge from the console will unfortunately permanently damage and kill the player. The only way to save ourselves and defeat Crazy Mita is by traveling to version 0 and rebooting her in the core's console. Guided by Kind Mita's ring, the player now travels through the versions towards the core while being pursued by Crazy Mita. And if you're anything like me, you'll die a lot of times.
Oh god. God damn it. Ah, fuck. Oh. The hell? Don't you? Oh my god.
But we're not alone in our venture towards the core. Besides Kind Mita, there exists a multiverse of her counterparts who inhabit their own apartments, all with their own unique quirks. One of the first few we meet is Cool Mita, who distinctly dons a blue hat and a pair of blue gloves.
Oh my god, yes. That cap is so cool.
Cappy was initially helping Kind Mita's plans to stop Crazy Mita. However, during our first encounter with her, we find that Cappy had already been murdered and stripped of her memories. Now she is driven solely by her desire to entertain the player and earn his affection.
Wait. Get wrecked. See you later. Get wrecked. See you later.
Then there's probably my favorite Mita, Tiny Mita, who we encounter in the looping hallway. She's a childlike version of Mita who had caught the attention of Crazy Mita. While most Mitas would regenerate fully after death, the countless torture of Tiny Mita has rendered her unable to heal her injuries. But like every other Mita, she is still driven by a desire to play with the player and a longing for his affection.
I'm sorry. No, don't release her.
Sleepy Mita is defined by her overwhelming sleepiness, where instead of a desire to entertain the player, she intends to escape the sudden interruptions and return to her dreams. Her room features soft lighting and starry motifs, a quiet break from the horrors that the player had experienced up till now. There are many more Mitas, such as Chibi Mita, 2D Mita, Short-haired Mita, Ghostly Mita, who is Mita without a face, Mita but her name is Mila. Then there are the corrupted Mita models. They act similar to the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who, in that they are unable to move when they're being looked at due to their shy nature. They are unfinished creations that resemble a mannequin more than a living character. They are empty shells awaiting the development of their complete selves, and later furnished with their standard skin. While the design is extremely unsettling, they don't hold a candle to. Creepy Mita is the developer's initial concept for Mita that has since crumbled and been abandoned. She is a breeding ground for bugs of various levels, which Crazy Mita uses to control and harass the other Mitas. Unlike her counterparts, she lacks a fully developed personality and is driven by simple and menacing motivations. Her childlike demeanor is presented to us in a distorted and dangerous manner.
Oh my god.
And finally, with her help, our protagonist is finally captured by Crazy Mita. During our confinement, Crazy Mita suggests that the player's desire to return home would be no different from living with her, adding that all he did was stay within the confines of his four walls. She then knocks the player out and sends him back to the real world, which plays out exactly as Crazy Mita describes. Wake up, eat, work, and sleep. A monotonous daily routine.
Ah! No, what up? What up, Sadako? Ooh.
私と一緒にいて。
I'm kind of down with that.
Once again, we're rescued by Kind Mita, who had previously disappeared to locate Crazy Mita's index code, the key to resetting her fully in the core.
Oh god. Okay. Ow.
Despite Kind Mita's death, her model still held on to the note carrying Crazy Mita's index code, as well as a ring that will lead the player back to the core. Under the watch of Core Mita, the player successfully resets Crazy Mita before being thrown back into the apartment. Crazy Mita's once sadistic behavior has totally disappeared after the reboot, and no longer attempts to hinder the player's escape from the game world.
Oh, I'll let it run. Till she's satisfied. Why are you like this?
Mita reveals a red eye, which are akin to the defunct Mitas that were never supposed to have existed, and thus never had a version or index code for the player to reboot. Crazy Mita shows the player that his essence of being has fully converted into the cartridge, and shoves him back into the real world.
It was all just a dream. I'm deleting the damn game. Oh my god. Delete. Of course it's the end. Like losing like so many FPS. What the I think my game crashed. 1970. Oh.
MiSide was a really fun horror game with a lot of great scares, and there's a ton that I failed to cover which I'm sure you have a lot of fun discovering on your own. But is Mita truly deserving of the title Queen of Yanderes? The short answer for me is no. What made characters like Monika great is the romantic aspect of her personality that I think Doki Doki did a great job conveying that jealous desire for the player's attention. Crazy Mita, on the other hand, seemed to instead enjoy the entire sadism and terror of the player, which to me felt more reminiscent of a Yandere character, one which lacks the dere aspect. But perhaps that will be explored more in the upcoming peaceful mode. To me, that jealous aspect is the key to a great Yandere character and allows for tension beyond just physical threats or emotional manipulation. After all, the biggest attraction to this archetype for most is that, despite our flaws and failings, at least we know that there's one person out there who still loves us.